She runs fast-moving company with perspectives in development of global startup and entrepreneurship ecosystem in Belarus. Co-organized Global Entrepreneurship Week in Belarus for 7 times in a row. She helps tech startups grow their ventures and build relationships with mentors and investors. Leads Startup Belarus community and chief organizer of Venture Day Minsk conference. Please welcome with your applause CEO and co-founder of Belbiz Group of companies, Tania Marinich. Please welcome.
Well, hello again. That's not my first time to speak after Peter. I must say, that's not easy. 5 years ago, I was invited to speak at Stanford for within the European Innovation and Entrepreneurship Program. Well, that was a session on Eastern European startups. I was part of Eastern European gathering with 2 guys from Estonia and Poland and myself. And that was the session right after Peter talking about Angry Birds. Can you imagine? That was the most successful, the most popular session at Stanford at this time. So now I'm repeating the experience. But guys, I will need your help. We'll really do it together. I want it to be very, very interactive. Look, we'll be shaping together a startup founder profile. Being involved into Belarus startup ecosystem building, we ask ourselves, who are the Belarus startup founders? What they do, what they need, and finally, what are their plans? Let's see what's happening. Okay, are you ready to help me? Good. Be super active. You've been very attentive, very quiet during the previous speeches. Now I need your voice. Please raise your hands, raise your voice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. First question. Well, our startup founder, man or woman? Well, girls, raise your hands. Girls. 2 hands, please stand up. Girls, startup founders. Let's give a hand to all girls presented here. Let's do it. Well, I'm very happy to see girls here, but our startup founder is a man. Pity enough. Next, how old is he? Now we know he's a man, so I can ask you, how old is he? What do you think? 20? 25? Maybe 45? No? More guesses, guys. Okay, let's check. How many of you here are in your late 20s, early 30s? Raise your hands. Well, I mean, you're older or younger? Okay. Our startup founder is 30 years old. Well, old enough, right? Now, where does he live? Silicon Valley, London, Paris, Grodno? Who is from Grodno here? Well, who is from Minsk here? Well, where are you from, guys? Are you from Minsk? Yeah, sure. Our startup founder is from Minsk. Now, let's see how well he works, whether he dedicates full time on his startup. What do you think? Part-time or full-time? Full. Part-time. Okay, let's see. Unfortunately, he's very busy. He has a key job, main job. So he spent just nights on building his product. Yeah, in 60% of cases. Do you think that's his first company? Remember, he's 30 years old. That's his first company. Yes? Okay. He's experienced enough to fail first, right? Now, do you think he had a previous job experience? I mean, working for someone else? Private company, public company, what do you think? Private, of course. He had a fantastic job experience working for private company. Why fantastic? Because finally he decided to start his own company, right? Not bad to work for private business here in Belarus. So far, what do we know about our startup founder? He is very young, smart. Well, we'll see whether he is smart or no. He's living in Minsk, experienced enough, both as employee and startup founder. So far, so good, right? Now let's see whether he's smart enough. Well, all of our startup founders are very, very smart. That's my opinion. Now let's see, let's check whether it's supported by the survey results. Okay? High education, he's university graduate in almost 90% of cases. That's huge. And I would add more. A quarter of all startup founders from Belarus have a master or PhD degree. That's fantastic. That's really awesome. Well, why do we organize English-speaking conferences? Well, it could be better, you know. It could be better. Just 60% of our founders speak English. To me, it's just or only because I would expect a higher number here. So let's keep improving our English. Okay. He's well-educated, speaks English, right? Does he need more knowledge and skills? Yes. Well, you think so? Maybe it's enough. No. No, because he wants to run his business, successful business, right? So those are the topics he needs to learn more about. Startup growth, traction, obviously, traction and sales, fundraising, legal issues, MVP building, all these topics, perfect topics that will be covered today by Venture Day Minsk speakers. And by the way, you will check tonight, how well our startup founders speak English during the startup competition at Venture Day Minsk, right? Now, do you like this guy? I do. He is very smart. He is experienced, young professional. But startup founders are to do business, right? So let's see what business they run, what companies they have. Well, the first thing and the good thing, our startup founder is not alone. He has a partner, he has a co-founder, and sometimes even two co-founders. Together, they run a business, a company of 2 to 6 people, which is just right. I'm pretty sure you know the famous saying of Amazon co-founder who said once, if you can't feed your team with 2 pizzas, it's too large. In our case, our teams are just okay. Well, in most of cases, our teams are from Belarus, but hey, 20%, almost 20% of teams are international. That's a very good sign for early stage companies. Early stage, meaning young companies, yeah, in most of cases they operate less than 3 years. Half of them have a working prototype, which is another sign of young market. And look, amazingly, despite the fact that this is the very early stage, 60% of companies operate as legal entities registered in Belarus. Wow, just wow. Look, what are the most popular verticals or industries our companies operate in? Well, definitely software, mobile development, AI, gaming, fintech. Those are traditional sectors in Belarus. But look, in the top 7 industries, verticals, there is blockchain. 10% of startups operate in blockchain business. That's a very good recent trend. When we ask our co-founders, to talk about their key priorities and needs, they honestly said money. Money. Money is number 1. But along with money go sales, traction, which is also money, and product development. Now, they operate in B2B business, using SaaS model as sales model, and almost a quarter of all startups have very stable companies, meaning they have monthly revenues, which is very, very good for early stage companies. When we are talking money, look, money is a big deal, right? In Belarus, if you want to start, you have to count on yourself. 85% of all startups are financed by their own resources. Their own resources means literally own resources. I don't include here bank loans, family support, friends support, venture and angel capital. Now later, when they achieve some results, half of them succeed to attract external capital. In almost 50% of cases, that's the capital coming from abroad, foreign capital. Angel capital is the most popular source of financing. And that's proved by the amount raised by startups. 56% of all startups raise up to 100K, which is a very typical angel round. And yeah, talking about plans, almost everyone is planning to raise money. That's good in the next 3 years. And there is business not just for angels, but also for VC firms, corporate funds, super angels, wealthy individuals, because one-third of all startups plan to attract over $1 million. A very, very interesting thing. We ask our startup founders to name just one thing they would change in Belarus startup ecosystem. One thing. What would you name? What would you change, you guys? Just one thing you would change in Belarus ecosystem. Well, guesses, guys. What would you change? Access to capital? What? Taxes. Good. Good guess. We're almost there. Legal framework? What else? Wow, great, great. We're almost there. And remember, our startup founders are very, very smart. So what would be this one thing they would change? Big applause here to our startup founders. Definitely, we should talk about positive trends. And there are positive trends in Belarus. What would you think, what would you name among the most popular positive trends? Hackathons, good, yeah. I like hackathons. That's community building events, of course. What else? Meetups, great. Think about what has changed in the recent, let's say, 3 years. That's something we couldn't say it some 3-5 years ago. That's very, very new. Virtual reality, good. But I can tell you, that's a very real thing. That's something that really exists here in Belarus, in Minsk, among all of us. And I share this opinion. That's one of the most positive trends here. Success stories. Our founders mentioned role models. All those companies you can see on the screen, all those recent success stories, PandaDoc, Masquerade, iMatter, Maps.me, definitely Wargaming and Viber, all those great companies that were built here in Belarus, and today they're a very famous international brand. Look, guys, I'm pretty sure every one of you can build even a better company. You can do it. And one day, your company logo will be shown by someone else as a great example to follow. Just keep doing your hard work every day, and you will achieve great results. Will you be working hard? But guys, you should ask me, where is the money? I'm pretty sure you will be working hard, but where is the money? I can show you the money. I can show you the money. I'm super happy to invite on stage the representatives of newly created Business Angels Association BIBAN Angel Bands. Kirill Golub is here.
Yes, he is right there.
Oh, Kirill, yeah.
Please,
he knows where is the money. He knows everything about money. Kirill, can you talk a bit about your newly created association? So could you share with us a couple of words about
Yes, Tania, thank you.
New initiative?
Good morning, everyone. Really glad to see all of you here. My name is Kirill. You know, I really hate loud words, but seeing all of you today, I'm completely confident that we can build a so-called startup nation, and we definitely will succeed in this. Am I right? Okay, thank you. You know that a successful ecosystem of startups and venture capital is impossible without business angels. Do you know who is business angel? Oh, that's great. Are you completely sure?
That's the most popular source of finance. That's why they know.
Okay, yeah. You're right, Tania. Thank you. So, alone is not a man, because most of business angels are uniting in so-called business angels networks. So, business angel network is all about sharing. A few months ago, me and some of my friends decided to unite to join into Business Angels Network of Belarus. I'm also founding member of Lithuanian Business Angel Networks. And you know that it's all about sharing. We are joining in order to share our knowledge, in order to share our experience, our expertise, to share our contacts, and to help projects succeed in venture capital funding. So, if you are doing a startup project right now, or if you are thinking about joining Business Angels Network in order to make some business angel investments in startup, don't hesitate to contact me and to share your motivation and to join our network.
Kirill, may I ask you one question? What are the companies, startup profiles you're looking for?
Great question. Currently, we are 15 founding members of Belarusian band, and our interests are different. So almost any startup project you are thinking of can apply and can have some advice, piece of advice from our members, and maybe a syndication investment round. First of all, you have to think about a great idea and about demand of this idea on the present or future possible market. Second, you should have a great team and at least 2 founders, you know. And third, you shouldn't hesitate to express your idea, to pitch your idea to possible potential investors. So don't hesitate to contact me. Today I will be almost all day in speed dating area, so don't hesitate to book a small talk, to book a pitch session, and let's meet at our speed dating area.
Thank you very much, Kirill. And yeah, definitely you can meet other BBAN members, Kirill Voloshin, Valeria Strinsky, myself, and some others during our networking, during the lunchtime, and we can talk about your startups. Thank you a lot for your attention.
Thank you, Tania. Bye.
Thank you, Tania. Thank you, Kirill. Thank you very much for you.